It's early morning and Alison is preparing for a long journey north. Tomorrow she'll be collecting a 2.5-year-old male squirrel monkey called Kimbo from his home in Middlesbrough. The youngster was bought from a breeder during the pandemic for almost £6,000. As Alison sets off, the primate care team are already preparing for Kimbo's arrival.
So we just want to try and make everything as nice as possible.
Kimbo will be joining the park's established group of squirrel monkeys consisting of 2 males, Logan and Lopez, and 2 females, Lucille and Nueve.
Fingers crossed when he arrives, he's healthy, and yeah, he settles in quite quickly.
To help with that process, Kimbo will be housed in 2 bedrooms next door to the others. This will allow him to see and hear his new housemates and get accustomed to his new surroundings. Alison's arrived at her destination, a residential home in Middlesbrough, following yesterday's 330-mile journey. It's been a long trip, but worth the effort.
I try and make sure that I see every single primate that we rescue in their previous circumstances so that we know at the park what we should expect from them. How much do they eat? Are they fussy eaters? How active they are? So this is a really important time, even though Kimbo's going to be, you know, looking at us, sort of wondering what we're doing. But he's very human-oriented. He's lived with this family for 2.5 years, I think it is now. And I'm hoping that he just walks into our transport box nicely. So we'll see how we go. But I think the owners are going to be upset to say goodbye, but they're doing the right thing. Oh, Alison.
It's an emotional morning for owner Marie. She purchased Kimbo 2.5 years ago for £5,900 from a breeder in Wales.
Hi, stinky man.
Warning you, it's like a bulldog. He likes to warn people.
It's okay. It's okay.
The squirrel monkey was just 12 weeks old and was a gift for her son. When he lost interest, Marie ended up looking after Kimbo.
All the will in the world, you can't give them what they need. I did that, and I've given up 2.5 years of my life to be able to give Kimbo everything that he's ever wanted, and I've done the best I possibly can. But it's come to realisation he's mature. It's not enough. Nothing's ever enough. You know, you can't. It's not like having a child where they're growing up and then they're going to school. You're having a monkey that's getting harder, and he's mature now, and he needs his own family. He needs to be doing monkey things.
Marie has spared no expense caring for Kimbo. She's provided him with a good diet, and along with his indoor living quarters, he has a large outside area where he's been able to spend time during the warmer months.
So we've tried to give him the best what we can.
No, nice job. And the mirrors as well in there so he could look at himself.
Kimbo has taken up every spare minute of Marie's life.
Because I care so much, I want the best for him. You know, even just going over my daughters, it's like, right, I better get back home because Kimbo's been on his own for a couple of hours. You know, it's just there constantly.
So you won't be getting another primate?
I will never, ever. I feel the guilt that I'm feeling. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, it's no good.
It's just too much.
Yeah. It just indicates to me that Marie's bang on. It's time now for him to move on. I mean, ideally, he should have never been taken from his family group in the first instance. But, you know, the breeders and dealers know better, and they're the ones that should answer for this. But at least now, Kimbo's going to have a chance to sort of have a family of his own. And that's the most important thing in what Marie's been able to offer him. In the meantime, I don't think I've seen anybody do so much for their pet monkey trying to make it right. So, I mean, no expense was spared here. This is incredible.
Marie is well used to handling Kimbo, so she offers to put him in the travel box for the journey back to Dorset.
No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Sorry about that.
Unfortunately, quick-moving Kimbo isn't ready to leave just yet.
Look at this.
The Great Escape gives Alison a chance to assess his mobility. Marie tries again.
Okay, so put your hand in way down low.
Success. But the reality of the situation hits home for Marie.
He's quiet. He's all right. He's not screaming.
Hello.
He's not doing anything.
He needs this. This is what he needs, isn't it?
It doesn't take long for the young squirrel monkey to settle down.
Actually, he's really calm, cool, and relaxed. So I think we're going to have a nice journey home. He's already checking everything out inside the box, and he's got food and water and some of his toys, and we're going to take on a few more things just so that when we get back to the park, we can set up a room where he's got some of his own things that smell like him, and get him relaxed. So all good so far. Just have to head down the road now, I think.
Time for a final goodbye.
Thanks so much, Alison.
Absolutely, you're part of the family now.
You're a good boy. You are.
Then, Kimbo is loaded up for the long journey ahead.
I will message you along the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Minutes later, he heads off to the park, where a new home and family await him. Late last night, Alison received an email from the RSPCA with photographs of 2 common marmosets. She was shocked by what she saw.
One of them is profoundly debilitated, which is the male. The other one actually looks in somewhat reasonable condition, but the male is now completely debilitated. He's profoundly ricketed. The majority of his tail has either broken off or a way it's healed over. He's completely collapsed and can only shuffle on the ground, so he has one of the worst cases of rickets or nutritional bone disease that we've ever seen. Sometimes these cases are just so tragic, it's heartbreaking.
With still no change in the law governing the keeping of primates as pets in the UK, the number of small primates needing help keeps growing. Monkey World is often the first port of call for these pet trade victims, and the team are used to dealing with emergencies. Primate care staff member Steph is already preparing temporary accommodation for the pair, who are on their way from West Yorkshire.
This is really different from what we'd normally do. His room, I'm actually going to put almost no perching in at all. We don't want to encourage him to get up off the ground until we know that he can. If he looks like in the photos that his back legs are pretty seized up, so until he's got better mobility, you kind of want him staying low so you know he's not going to fall and damage himself.
The 2 marmosets have been on the RSPCA's watch list for more than 3 months, after being discovered living at a home in poor conditions. A local vet examined them and recommended improvements. But when the RSPCA returned a few weeks later, the male's condition had deteriorated even further.
He deserves a chance. You can see his legs are totally seized up. That's her. She's been taking the lion's share, assuming it is a girl. And I think he just can't move.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's Skeletor. Shameful.
He looks awful.
Yeah. I'm not sure that this is going to be a good or pleasant
Yeah.
case, but I
worst
think it's...
case, we can peacefully help him go instead
Correct.
of suffer on.
Yeah, correct.
If the male, named Cobra, is to survive, he's going to need an enormous amount of help and care, along with therapeutic doses of vitamin D for his bones. But even that might not be enough. It's late in the evening when the RSPCA finally arrive at the park with Cobra and the female, Lola.
You're right. Long drive.
The pair are taken straight to the park's hospital, where temporary bedrooms have been prepared. The condition of the male will need to be assessed before the pair can be moved into one of the marmoset houses.
Oh, goodness, look at you, little man. Such tiny ear tufts. Yeah, he looks knackered.
Lola is first to emerge from the travel crate.
Look at
You
you.
got that tail through as well. Good job.
She appears mobile, although very thin and missing patches of fur. Cobra remains in the box, frightened and bewildered. The team are unsure if he's even able to move.
I just hope these guys can do it, can do the magic. And if anybody can, they can.
With Lola watching on, Steph tries to entice Cobra out.
There you go. Want to do it? That tail.
Good boy.
Oh, well done.
Eventually, he manages to shuffle himself into his new home.
Coba's really in a profoundly bad way. I don't know that it's going to be the right thing to keep him going, but we're going to give him that therapeutic dose of D3 and a day or two. I think at this point in his life, Steph and I, neither of us can really tell how elderly he is. He's so malnourished, wasted away, and with such bad rickets. It's hard to tell his facial features, whether they're old or just compromised because of his medical condition. So at this point, I think we'd like to give him a day or two's chance unless we find him struggling to even move. And at the moment, he's still got will to shuffle around.
The priority now is to get food and fluids into the pair. Steph has prepared a variety of healthy but delicious marmoset food, and she's filling waxworms with vitamin D3, good for strengthening bones.
Oh, this looks tasty. Let's come in here and get it. Good job. Watch tail. Thank you.
If Cobra is going to have any sort of future, the next 48 hours will be critical. It's been just over a week since marmosets Cobra and Lola arrived at the park after being seized by the RSPCA. The male, Cobra, was in such a bad state the team were worried he might have to be put to sleep. The tiny primate was emaciated, had a broken wrist, was missing half his tail, and had a twisted spine as a result of rickets. But the care staff have realised Cobra has a lot of spirit and determination, and they're doing their best to give him every chance.
So this is just some water with a little bit of honey added to it. We are concerned that he obviously might become quite dehydrated if he's not eating enough watery foods as well. At this point, he's not really showing great ability to approach water bottles or even bowls that we place near him. Just tends to be tipping over. So by offering him some nice sugary fluids, we're hoping that it'll encourage him more to drink from us, so we can at least have some record that he is taking on board some fluids. Good boy.
Sharon is surprised how well Cobra has rallied.
Within such a short space of time, quite a big improvement in how bright and alert he is. And yeah, just having him take fluids like this is really reassuring, because keeping him hydrated is a big part of keeping him healthy.
While Cobra battles on, his partner Lola is in much better condition. She's relatively healthy and very mobile.
She's very bright, she's very responsive to the primate care staff, so she's come straight over, she's willing to take things from you, and as you can see, she's got no problem lapping up some of the honey water from the syringe, so yeah, it's really good to get that trust with her so early on. Yeah, that's very tasty. Good girl.
The fact the pair arrived at the park together is a great help for Cobra.
Having come to us with her is a big part of, why he is doing slightly better. They snuggle in together. She's obviously fairly boisterous compared to him, but she does kind of go in and snuggle up to him and gives him that companionship. So yeah, you can hear them just they do chat to each other, and we just need to pop her away from him so we can give him some specialist one-on-one care while he's recovering, and then the rest of the time they're together. So yeah, they're quite a sweet little pair.
Cobra has put on 30 grams in weight in just a week. He only weighed around 200 grams when he first arrived. But he struggled to pass feces, and the team are using a special treatment to help.
It's called a fecal transplant. So by taking feces from a very healthy animal and mixing a small amount of it into some food and feeding it to an animal that maybe needs a bit more help with the gut bacteria, it somehow stimulates the production of good bacteria in the gut. So we've seen it work for other animals, and again our concern is we're not seeing him pass as much feces as maybe we'd like. So we're hoping that this little custard and poop mixture might help him, just help things move along a little bit. So yeah, we'll just have to see how he takes it. There you go. Oh yeah, what do you reckon? Yeah, that's definitely happy noises.
Cobra laps it up. At this stage in his hoped-for recovery, it's all about making him feel comfortable. And so far, he's responding.
Yummy. That was good. He seems a little fighter. He's quite a feisty little guy, and the happy little noises that he's making. He wants to fight, so we want to help him with that.
Early morning at the park, and Alison's on her way to yet another pet trade marmoset rescue. She's preparing to make the short journey from Dorset to Fareham in the neighbouring county of Hampshire. A male marmoset there, named Clyde, has been on her waiting list for several years and could be the perfect partner for Jenny, one of the females at the park.
Sort of sadly, I was able to go to our waiting list and come up with what is number 7 or 8 on our waiting list, Clyde. And also is approximately the same age as Jenny, so we try and sort of find like with like, so we'll have perhaps the same energy levels and things. Little bit worried that the video clip I've been sent, his hands and his feet look like they might have rickets, and his fur doesn't look the best, but I was told that was him just getting up out of bed, but I'm still a little bit concerned about his condition. But we'll get Clyde back to the park, see what he's like, get him fed up and vitamins inside of him, and consider introductions to Jenny almost straight away. We'll want a day or two to settle Clyde in and see what he's like.
As Alison leaves for the 60-mile journey to pick up Clyde, his prospective partner Jenny is recovering from major dental surgery.
I'm Alison.
Yeah, I've seen you before.
Pleasure.
Alison prefers to see any new primate in their current living conditions to help understand their mobility and behaviour. This identifies any potential issues so the primate care staff can be informed. So she's a little frustrated to find the marmoset is already boxed up.
Well, hi, sweet pea.
However, she's able to take a look at Clyde's cage, which is still in place, and is told he also had the run of the sitting room.
Sweet pea. Hey, Clyde. He's thinking, yes, what's going on?
Alison's keen to get as much background on the marmoset as she can.
You've had him now since 2015, was it? You first...
2015, yeah.
You contacted us, I think?
I made contact when his partner died, because he went into a depression.
So you had just kept them in the cage when they were a couple?
Yeah, but it was double that size.
Yeah.
Double that size, yeah.
And so he's not really ever spent time outside or anything?
I take him out occasionally to get a bit of sun.
It's a recurring problem with pet trade marmosets. They're often kept in small spaces with very little, if any, outside access and very limited sunshine, leading to a lack of vitamin D and, inevitably, rickets.
And fruit and veg?
Yeah, spaghetti. He does love spaghetti.
Okay. Yeah.
I do give him a bit of porridge in the morning.
What, oatmeal or...?
Ready break.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Alison has the information she needs. Time to transfer Clyde from the owner's box into a secure travel crate.
Go on in, Clyde.
But try as they might, Clyde won't budge.
Clyde.
All right, sweet pea.
Come on, baby. All right, babe.
I don't like the cage with holes in it, but if that's what we're gonna have to do.
Alison doesn't want to cause the marmoset undue stress, so decides he'll have to travel to Dorset in the owner's box. But first, she'll make it as secure as possible.
Do you mind if I call you if there's any questions or issues?
Phone me, yeah. No
Thank
problem.
you, thank you.
Alison is eager to get Clyde safely back to the park.
You're all right, little man.
The primate care staff will assess the rescued marmoset when he's in a more secure environment.
Luckily, not too long of a journey, because, like I said, I'm really not happy with that cage, but we've got it gorilla taped down and the sides and the holes filled in and everything else, and I've put a blanket in at least and a water bottle on board, so not ideal, but at least we're on our way.
They set off, with Clyde heading for a new start, a potential new partner, and the chance to live a more natural marmoset life. After a short journey from Fareham on the south coast, Alison has arrived back at the park with Clyde, a male marmoset who's been on her waiting list to be rescued for some time. He's had to travel back in his owner's animal cage, which wasn't ideal. But the journey has been quick and uneventful for the marmoset.
The whole situation was a little bit odd. He appears to be okay, and we'll see how he goes. I'm gonna give him to Elle. Yeah.
The team are anxious to get Clyde settled in one of the bedrooms for the night, where he'll have other marmosets as interested neighbours.
Is used to being loose in the house and around people. It's only if you try and grab him that he might. But otherwise, you should be all right.
Elle opens up the cage to give Clyde access to his new bedroom.
Come on, little man.
He's in no rush.
Door's open.
It'll be the first time Alison will see him actually move. Slowly, Clyde plucks up the courage to take a look around, climbing to the edge of the cage before taking a leap of faith. He's actually fairly mobile and shows some good agility as he moves around the branching.
But he looks pretty confident, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that jump out of the box was pretty capable.
Still not terribly happy of what his hands look like from that previous video clip, but he does seem not too bad. I guess leaping across countertops and up onto kitchen cabinets and stuff has put him in good stead for at least being able to move around. I'll be interested to see what Steph and Elle think about the state of his bones and everything moving forward, because some of the videos we had beforehand didn't look really good. And the bottle of D3 that I've been given is full and looks new. So, yeah, we'll just have to assess him now. But pretty good.
Clyde's got a lot to contend with in the house, so the team will give him plenty of time to adjust before introducing him to his new partner, Jenny.
Yeah, a lot of animals to get used to in this house. He's got very noisy neighbours. He's got the Tamarin girls next door that are very, vocal. He's got Millie Martin at the end who alarm calls, at any little sign of noise or danger. So he's got a lot to get used to. But next to him on the left, he's got his future girlfriend. And hopefully within the next week, they can start communicating over the wall and talking and familiarising themselves before they get to meet properly in person.
So far, so good. But the next few days could be life-changing for this new arrival.